If you're planning on visiting New Orleans, watch this video. I am a goddess who does hoodoo and I do voodoo, so I teach people how to spiritually enlighten themselves. One sign that I would say is that if you go to New Orleans and feel like you should get a reading, you should. Whether it's a palm reading, tarot reading, bone reading, you should. Now, I will say this, do not go to the witches that sit in front of the St. Louis Cathedral. The women who sit in front of the church are demonic and they tried to jump me when I was doing my readings. They are money hungry. They literally were invaders. So they did dark magic to get rid of the black women that's out there. And there's maybe like 2 or 3 left now because it was this black woman who got her whole family to come down there with snakes and they told them fucking witches ass up. I'm talking about all of them was experiencing deaths and loss in their family. The day that they tried to jump me, I had to pull a knife out on their motherfucking ass and the police had to come rescue them. Because they were telling me like, oh, you're too young. We've been doing this way before you was born. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Spiritually, I'm older than you. And technically, that means that I'll outrank you. And I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. This is not no ask you for permission. I don't care about being younger than you. I will off you and then you won't be here at all. Like, baby, you're not more powerful than me. Your magic does not outdo mine. So you might not want to try me. Younger people are more closer and connected to the spiritual realm. Just so you know. But this is just your sign that if you go there and you feel like you want to get a reading, get it. Just do not get it from them witches that sit in front of the St. Louis Cathedral. I would say that most of the time you need to find somebody that's kind of like on the side of the strip. Yes, sometimes the women who work in front of the church, they do move to the strip, but most of the time they only move there at nighttime. So if you get a reading during the day, you need to get one from the women that's like on Bourbon Street. The black women, those are the really legit women. They just sit in certain areas to get great traffic. Not all of them like me either. They don't like the competition. They feel like it's not enough money to go around. So they were upset at me for doing readings as well. But that still doesn't mean that I would lie and bash, their gifts. They would do it to me though. So they would be telling you that I'm a fake, but I'm not going to tell you that about them. I don't have to play your hate. I'm going to get my clients regardless. And you can DM me or email me for spiritual enlightenment or readings, whatever you're looking for. One of my biggest things is fertility magic. So I help a lot of women conceive. But I remember this lady that I had read one time and her friends were like, they had booked an Uber in the middle of her reading. And they was like, oh, we finna go. So let me tell you something about that. When you have a group of friends who don't believe in what you believe in, you need to leave their asses. Get your reading anyways. Because they're trying to basically stop me from giving the message to you about them. Those cards will expose them. I remember I walked up to this one lady and literally her, I'm assuming that was her sister because they kind of favored, but she came and grabbed her. She was like, come on, we don't do that type of stuff. Actually, y'all do that type of stuff because it's not you. If she wants it, then she wants it. Why are you trying to take her away? Why are you trying to tarnish her beliefs? And she was like, you know what grandma said. So that's another thing too. They're trying to scare you into feeling like, oh, I'm gonna tell. I remember that this husband, it was a husband and a wife. The husband wanted a reading and he was like, my wife would kill me if I got a reading. Why would she? It's not. See, that's a red flag. If somebody is trying to cause you harm or want to cuss you out or make you, bash you or point you out to be the bad guy for doing something that you want to do, that's a red flag. It's also a red flag because it shows that why would me wanting to get enlightenment from my life bother you? Why are you so upset? You're talking about what grandma said. Grandma's not here. And why would you want to go back and tell grandma? This is my life. Me. I'm grown. I can do what I want. The amount of people who I noticed were being controlled by their family members, and it's not my job to force the message on you, but they missed a lot of messages trying to walk away from the reader due to their friends or their family members. I love when I get a group of people and nobody's into it but 1 or 2 people, because then I know that those people stood on their own. It's been very few times when I had people try to take the person away and the person was like, no, I'm staying. Like, it's very few. It probably like 2 or 3 times when the person was like, I don't care. Go ahead, leave me. I'm getting my reading. I need it. You need to get the message that is for you. Basically, that lady was asking me about her health. Now, I'm not going to disclose too much about her reading, but to make a long story short, basically the woman who booked the Uber was the one who was causing her health problems. The same one who was like, come on, the ride's up the road. We need to go. And the lady was like, I just need you to quickly tell me about my health. And she was like, telling me things that were going on with her and her doctor. And one of the signs that someone is spiritually attacking you is when you are experiencing health problems and they don't know where it's coming from. They can't seem to find out what's wrong with you. As a kid, I used to get a lot of sharp pains in my body just randomly, and it was due to my adopted mom doing dark magic on me. The minute that I cut her ass off and got out of her house, I haven't felt that pain since, not one time. And it's funny because the few times she did take me to the hospital, she literally would always try to distract the doctor from what was really going on. If I went there for stomach problems, she'll be like, oh, she eats a lot of hot chips, and I told her stop eating the hot chips, so that's probably what it is. I didn't come to the doctor for you to try to diagnose me, bitch. Shut up. Just tell him that you was doing dark magic on me, and that's why I'm fucking sick. Don't be trying to give him no ideas or give him a solution and come back and tell me that's what it was. And that's exactly what the fuck the doctor did. They came back and they was like, well, maybe you should stop eating hot Cheetos for a little minute and this and this. And it's like, that's not what's wrong with me. But parents are so manipulative. That's the way she wanted to stir the doctor appointment. And that's the way that it went. But like I said, the minute I got away from her, never felt that pain again. I also had another one of my clients who was a friend of my adopted mom. I ran into her and it was really quick. I was giving her a palm reading and a fight had broke off. So her friends were going to the fight and she kind of went with her friends. And I was, I couldn't fully read her like I wanted to, but I just really wanted her to know that she has a really big calling on her name and none of those people were her friends, not even my adopted mom. I'm not going to say like she wasn't her true friend because I didn't really notice my adopted mom gossiping about her friends, but I knew her friends gossiped about her. But this particular friend, I didn't really notice her gossiping. She also had to live with us at one point of time too. And like I said, I just wanted her to know, like, not everybody close to you has your best interest. And people will literally try to distract you from getting the message that you need to receive. So this is just like confirmation for somebody who plans on going to New Orleans and you want to get a reading, get the reading and do not let nobody deter you from it. They're going to have every reason, excuse. Oh, we got to go. I'm sleepy. I want to go check out this shop. Our ride is here. Bitch, I'm getting my reading. Get the insight that you need. I'm telling you, your ass is going to regret it if you don't. Because 9 times out of 10, if they are pushing that hard for you to not get that message, is because they do not want the news to get out. Especially when it comes down to them saying, oh, grandma said don't do this. Basically, when y'all booked that trip to New Orleans, grandma told y'all to make sure that you did not get a reading. Grandma said y'all stop her from getting a reading. She can't know. And another thing is that Christians know that the tarot cards expose them. Mind you, I don't need tarot cards to give you a reading, by the way. But Christians know that that exposes how people true colors are. It will expose what they really do to you. That's why they got to make it seem like it's evil and stop you from going to get a reading. That's why, that man was like, oh, my wife would kill me if I got a reading. And she was like, yeah, I really would. And it's like, yeah, because she probably know that these cards are going to tell me that she's only with you for your money. And the kids are probably not yours. That's why she don't want you to get a reading. It has nothing to do about religious purpose. It's just like if you want to go out there and get a job and somebody has every excuse why they don't want you to get the job. Anytime you are about to do something for you and it does not affect the other person in no way, even if it does, it's not their life. It's the fact that when they try to take you away from that and deter you, that's a red flag that you need to pay attention to. But just somebody confirmation sign who felt like that they always wanted to get a reading, when they go to New Orleans, get a reading. Do not take your ass in front of that St. Louis Cathedral. Do not go in front of that church to them fake ass, demonic ass, money hungry ass witches. And let me tell you something. It's that bitch named Tina. It's that fat bitch named Rose. It's going to be a mama and a daughter. It's going to be another woman named Gina. It's going to be a woman out there named Pam. All them bitches fake. Don't go see them. Fuck them.